Hello. Hello, Facebook, friends and family. I am drinking some coffee with some nice caramel macchiato keto cream. Absolutely love it. Also put some MCT oil in it. It's absolutely delicious. So, I thought I'd go on here. I did a video a while back on making your own laundry soap, but I thought I would do it again if you missed it, because I've been making my own laundry soap. Hey John, how long have we been making our own laundry soap?
About a year now.
I think this is at least a year. I think November it'll be 2 years actually.
Really? It's been that long?
Yeah, we first did it in November, and this is at least the third or fourth time I've made it, and I make it about every 5 or 6 months. Anyways, I got my nice Disney mug. I love this mug. It's so cute. I got it when I was at Disney a couple weeks ago. But I thought I would come live and show you all how I make my own laundry soap. So it's not hard. I make it about every 5 or 6 months. So what I'm going to make today will last about 5 or 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. There's 3 adults in the house. We all use it. Makes your clothes smell great. It gets all the odors out. It doesn't hurt your clothes, and it's way cheap. So to make this batch is going to cost me about $17. I know, I love the mug. It's so cute. Disney is like one of my favorite places. I absolutely love it. It cost about $17 to make this batch. So for about $34 a year, I have laundry soap. It's an incredible deal. People can spend a lot of money on laundry soap. And so it's just my way of kind of saving some money for the family, using products that are good, and doesn't take a lot of time. So, and actually I'm doing it a little easier today because I'm going to show you. So when I did this before, I used, you can buy these Zote bars of soap. All this stuff can be found in your laundry soap aisle. I know, surprisingly, because some of this stuff I'm like, I've never seen it before. I tried to make this soap, never seen it before. And then I look and it's there. So you will find it. You will find these in your laundry soap aisle. You can use the bricks, but they also sell it all flaked up. So if you use the bricks, today I'm going to use the flakes just because they're a little bit easier, but I've used both. The bricks aren't hard. It just takes an extra step. So what you do with the bricks is you cut it up into small cubes, and then you put it in your blender and blend it up. When you do put it in your blender, you're going to want to mix it with a little bit of the Color Safe bleach so it doesn't stick together, but it's pretty easy. So today I'm going to use the flakes that are already flaked up, and you need 1.5 boxes. You need 3 of these bars, okay? So a box is 2 bars. It actually tells you on the back of the box. A box is 2 bars. So I'm going to use 1.5 boxes today. The next thing you need is the Arm & Hammer super, what is it? Super washing soda. So you need this, okay? This helps to take the odors out of your clothes. Then you need some Color Safe bleach. I would not buy Oxy. I bought these from the dollar store, $2, okay? You don't need nothing special. You just need some Color Safe bleach, okay? So about 48 ounces. I buy 2 boxes because they're 24 ounces. And then you need some borax. You need a whole box of borax. And you're going to use both these boxes. You're going to use the whole box. And then this isn't necessary, but we like to throw in some of the Crystal Smelling Good stuff. So we have different ones, but I like Gain, so we have Gain ones. So we're going to put that in today. So, all right, so I'm going to show you how to make it. It's super, super easy. Oh, and then I put it in. Look what I put it in. So a little hack. This is like a dog food container or pet food container, right? So you see, like, it's almost gone. That's why I had to make it today. I just put it, it fits perfectly in this container, what I'm going to make today. So I put it in here and then just keep it right next to my washing machine. So it works great. All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to take 2 garbage bags and we're going to double bag them. Do not use cheap bags because you will regret it because it will spill all over the place and rip. Do not use cheap bags. I'm going to say that again. Do not use cheap bags and don't try to use 1. Definitely use 2. You are going to put 1 bag inside the other one. You just don't want the bag to rip and this stuff to spill all out and make a mess. All right, so I have my bag here. I'm going to tilt this down a little bit. Hopefully you guys can see this. Okay, so my head might be cut off. That's okay. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take the Zote flakes, and they look like this. Okay, little flakes of soap. So I'm just going to pour this into the bag. Right, there's 1. And then the second one, I'm only going to pour half of it in. And I'm not measuring, I'm just doing approximately half. Probably should have opened all this stuff before I started alive, but that's okay. This is real life here, guys, real life. All right, so I'm going to put about half the box in. Just estimating that's about half. All right, so we have the flakes inside the bag. Then I'm going to take both of these containers of Color Safe bleach. Again, this makes enough for my family to have soap for about 5 or 6 months. And there's 3 adults in our house, and my daughter, you might count her as 2 people because she definitely makes a lot more laundry than me and John. So I'm just going to pour this Color Safe bleach in. 1 box of that, and I'm going to pour in the second box. What do you guys all use for laundry soap? What kind of laundry soap is your favorite? So we used to use Tide Pods and Gain. But I will tell you, you don't realize how much filler is in those soaps that you're buying. So this is a concentrate, so you can actually use a lot less. All right, so far I've put in a box and a half of the Zote, or 3 bars, and 2 boxes of the Color Safe bleach. Use all in clear. Okay. Oh, the clear one without the perfumes and stuff. That's good. All right, now we're gonna add the Arm & Hammer Super Washing Soda. We're gonna add this whole box to it. The hardest thing is opening these boxes. I'm trying to do it fast. There's a thing on the side that you can punch on this or push in on this. It never works for me. So I'm just cutting it open. You want to be careful when you're doing this, not to inhale the kind of powder that comes up from these soaps, especially the borax. You don't want to do that. All right, whole box of that poured in. So you see we got all this in the bag, right? This huge bag. This is why you want to double bag it. Now next, I'm going to pour in this whole box of borax. Box of borax in the bag. Now, we started doing this because I used to do like extreme couponing. So I don't know how much each item costs, but I can tell you, like, everything I put in so far, it's about $17 to make this batch. I don't recall how much everything is, but I can look it up and show you guys. But it's about $17 for this batch. And And Lisa, I know you have like 7 kids, so this would be a great idea for you because they have to have lots of laundry. This is optional. Just gives it a nice scent. You don't need this, but we like to add these are the scent boosters, so we like to add this to it. If I can open it. There we go. And with this, like literally, I'm just going to pour some in. I'm not really measuring this. I'm going to pour in probably a quarter of this. This is probably the most expensive thing, but this will make like 4 batches. All right, so I have this all in here. You can see. And I might add a little bit more of the, actually I'm going to add a little bit more of the scent booster. So we started making this, anyways, getting back to what I was saying. We started making this because I used to coupon a lot. And I had a large batch of like a stockpile of Tide Pods. And then we went through them. And then I was like, wow, I got to pay full price for laundry soap. I really don't want to pay full price for laundry soap. So my husband found a video on YouTube about how to make laundry soap. And I will be honest, I was totally against it at first. Only because it takes me a little bit to warm up to ideas. But then we tried it and I'm like, wow, this is super easy. And then it cleaned our clothes good and our clothes smelled good. So I'm like, why not? So ever since then, I've been making it. And I don't ever have to worry about going and buying it at the store. Like, this is good for 5 or 6 months. So, all right. So we have everything inside the bag now. And the bag is very heavy. So what you need to do is you want to first tie up the inside bag, right? And you have to make sure you're tying these really good. And I'm not going to just like tie it here. What I'm actually going to do is, well, first you want to get as much of the air out as you can. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually loop this around. I'm going to loop this around the bag. So that way there's no way it can escape out. Okay? Then I'm going to do the same with this outside bag. I'm going to keep this inside one kind of out. I'm going to do the same with this one. I'm being very careful because I do not want to, I mean, these are Glad bags, so they're pretty good, but you want to be very careful not to rip the bag, because if you rip the bag, you're going to have a disaster. I'm telling you, you will have a disaster. That's why you want to do 2. At least 2. If you want to do more, it's okay too, because then you'll be extra safe. So I just pulled this inside bag out, and I'm going to take the outside bag and just loop this around. You just want to make sure really that it's sealed up really, really, really well, okay? Because you do not want this spilling out at all. Then, so I have this huge bag, which is super, super heavy, right? All literally I'm going to do is take it and move it like this. So all you're doing with this is you're mixing the soap in. That's it. You're mixing it all together, right? So you're going to want to do this for a while because you've just added all the stuff to it. And you want to make sure it gets mixed in very, very well. So I usually do this for a few minutes. So what are you guys doing on Sunday? I mean, I'm here. So I walked almost 4 miles this morning. I did some team calls this morning with some of my team members. While I was doing that, I was multitasking and walking. And then I kept walking, and I ended up doing 3.92 miles, which was excellent. And I haven't ate yet today, but I have tons and tons of energy. And so I just said, I need to make this soap because, as you've seen, I was almost out of soap. So I'm going to tilt this up a little bit so my head's not cut off. So I said, let me go live and show everybody this little hack. And I say it's a hack because, I mean, $34 a year for soap is incredible. And actually, I want to say it lasts 5 or 6 months, but that was when my son was living home. So this will probably actually last longer because there's only 3 of us here now. It was actually 4 adults before, and it was lasting that long. And then you're probably wondering, how are you going to get it out of this bag, right? So I'm going to show you that too. So we learned from experience on the best way to do it. So I will tell you to show you what I use to scoop it out. So I actually had this in there at one point, an old tablespoon that we don't use. So you can use this, and for a large load, you want to use like 2 or 3 tablespoons for a large load. But then I just like use this from some other past, I don't know, it might have been OxyClean or something. So this works better, and we just use it like up to like a quarter of this for 1 load of laundry. So you do not need a lot because this is a concentrate. So you do not need a lot to get your laundry clean. So basically what I say is if it's a small load, 1 tablespoon. If it's a medium load, 2 tablespoons. If it's a large load, then you use 3 tablespoons. Oh, you ate crab? Blue crab? King crab? What kind of crab? Probably blue crab, because you're in Delaware. I didn't even know what a blue crab was before I moved to Delaware. Never even heard of blue crab. I like it, but it's, I don't know, it's a lot of effort for a little bit of crab. I absolutely love crab, but it's a lot of effort for a little bit of crab. All right, now, I would say the best option for this is to have 2 people. John, can you help me? Why don't you pause that? Alright, so I'm going to show you guys what this looks like. So, I would say have 2 people because this is heavy and you don't want this spilling all over. And again, this is a like pet container for pet food. This works perfectly. We set it right on the floor in our laundry room. It works perfectly. So that's what I would suggest. So what you're going to do with this bag, so you're going to kind of move everything so it's to one side, and you're going to make sure both bags are here, and you're going to cut off the end. And then all you're going to do is kind of hold it up over the container so the stuff can come out. So I'm going to cut it. And John, I'm going to have you lift it because, or help me lift it.
I got it. You hold the thing.
I got it. So, yeah. Dump it in. And don't worry, this batch will not overflow this container. It fits. Be careful not to breathe in that stuff. Works perfectly. And here is what it looks like all mixed in. So, where did I put that? So when you have this, you're going to use about that much for a large load. That's it. It's super easy, and this just sits, and I occasionally, you know, as I'm using it, I mix it up because it does settle. So I try to mix it up when it starts to go down just to make sure you have everything mixed in. But that's it. Super easy. Super easy. This will last us, like I said, 5, 6, maybe even 7 months with only 3 people. Works good. I will put a post up with all the products to make this and put this link I'll try to look up the prices too of everything so you guys know. But I will post it later today. So let me know if you make this. Put in the comments that you made it and how you think it turned out. So, all right, guys, have a good Sunday.